expect a good one out of this Diamond Dynasty matchup between the Boston Red Sox and the Giants. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next.
Your 2021 New York Giants.
And that brings in Xander Bogaerts. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for Boston, the shortstop, Xander.
Now here's the first offering. Skied into straightaway right. Right fielder is on the run. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Now to bat, Alex Verdugo.
Second, the center fielder, number 99, Alex Verdugo.
He's set and the pitch. Just a perfect afternoon for baseball. 80 degrees under clear blue skies. Slider, and that's in there for strike two. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here. Take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. So 2 out, nobody on. And that brings up the third baseman, Rafael Devers. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1-0.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Another one sent foul. The next 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. Now to the plate, here is Steve Finley. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The right fielder, Steve
Here's the
Finley.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Hit hard on the ground to second, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Batting second, the third baseman, Chris.
Here's Chris Bryant now, as Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat. Here at strike 1. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. The 1-1. Finley on at first, nobody out. Takes this the other way to right, and that's in there. Base hit. Throw into third. Oh, and the decision to try it will backfire there as he's gone on a great throw from right.
Batting third, the left fielder, Willie.
Standing in now, Willie McCovey. Popped him up. Devers has room in foul territory. 2 gone. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Willie Mays. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Sale sets. Here's the pitch, as Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat here at strike 1. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Let's get it going, boys. Somebody's loose, hitting 98 with ease in the first inning.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Kyle Schwarber. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
The left fielder,
First
Kyle
offering.
Schwarber.
Swing, and he launches this one to deep left field. He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing. Schwarber takes the turn at third. He wants it all. The tag, and he is out at the plate. So much for our first run of the ball game.
The second baseman,
So now to the plate, Kike Hernandez, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Hard on the ground towards short. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
batting sixth. The right fielder, number 10. Hunter.
Into the box now, Hunter Renfroe. And it's fouled away. Gaussman is what you may call a stingy starting pitcher. He rarely gets hit around, and on top of that, he usually excels at limiting free passes. A great combination to have.
Matty V, I think one of the keys to being a good starting pitcher, one, limiting the number of pitches that you throw into a game, and two, getting outs as quickly as you can. And there aren't too many guys that do it better than this guy. Not a lot of pitches. One of the things I like, he's in attack mode from the first pitch of every at bat.
You could tell by the hitter's balance after that swing that he's seeing the ball really good. His timing is right there, and I expect him to catch something clean.
Fastball called strike, 1-2. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. Last half of the second set to go, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Brandon
The
Crawford.
second baseman, Brandon
Ball
Crawford.
1. Lifted the other way to left center. Schwarber arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. And now here is Marco Luciano.
That's shortstop.
Here's the first pitch to him. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1.
Not much you could do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
Behind 0-2 now. Bottom of the second here with no score. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Batting 7. The catcher.
Sale into the windup. First pitch on the way. No balls and a strike to count. Ball 1.
So that's 2 pitches in a row above the belt. As a hitter, that's what you're looking for, especially when it's a day game and the ball is carried. That just wasn't a good enough pitch to hit.
That gets down, and the inning continues. So that'll extend the inning with 2 away and bring in Buster Posey to bat.
Batting 8. The first baseman.
Prior to the at-bat, a check on first, and he'll get back in standing. Here's Buster Posey now, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. In the dirt here. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Now at the plate here is Christian Vasquez, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
Christian Vasquez.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Crawford fields it cleanly. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd. Now it'll be Chris Sale.
The pitcher, number 81. Chris Sale.
First delivery to him. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third. Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up the power-hitting shortstop Xander Bogaerts. 0-1 the count. And the pitch. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. 2-1 now to the Boston leadoff hitter.
What we're seeing here is a guy getting pitched to very carefully. It doesn't matter that there's 2 outs and nobody on. He's a threat to score even when he's standing in the batter's box.
The 2-2. Third inning, no score to this point. Pulled high in the air out to left field. McCovey able to track it down for the third out. Ready now is Kevin Gausman as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
The pitcher.
And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. Now it's 2-0.
In this situation right here, I'm protecting my pitcher from himself. I know he wants to swing the bat and let the boys know in the clubhouse that he can do his job, but I'm probably putting a take sign on right here.
Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Steve Finley singled in his last at-bat. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt to first pitch. And that's inside. Looked like the slider, and it's 2-0. Back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Now batting, third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant as he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. 1 for 1 with a single so far. On its way, the 0-1 pitch.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And a slider bounces, and that gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Finley, the runner at second with 1 away. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning. Next, it'll be Willie McCovey, runner in scoring position with Sagan, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. Runner goes for third. Pitch outside. The throw is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely. Here's the 2-0. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. 2-2. Here it is. Got him swinging, and that's the third out. Stepping in once again is Alex Verdugo. He'll step in to start things out here against Kevin Gausman.
I know we're not seeing a lot of offense in this one, but there's still some game left. I'm looking to see these guys, both offenses, make some notable adjustments at the dish and try and scratch a few runs across.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. So next to bat will be Rafael Devers, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. No balls and 1 strike. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
This is why you pay the price of admission right here. Power on power. My money's on the pitcher.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Rafael Devers is sent packing for the second out of the inning. First pitch of the AB now. Kyle Schwarber is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Rock solid performance up to this part of the ball game right now. One of the keys, 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So here's the cleanup hitter, Willie Mays. Struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
No balls and a strike to count. On, he pops it up. Dahlbeck trying to get there. And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
And he fouls this one off. Trying to send him packing for the second time. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Playable for Verdugo, and there's 1 gone. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Boy, not even close with that one, and he's behind 0-1.
Guess where he's going with this next pitch? Probably a little further outside. See if the fish are still biting.
The 1-1 home. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. Schwarber will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. Next up, Marco Luciano. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Sale has his target. Here's the first pitch. Fastball well outside. 2 out, nobody on. One ball, 1 strike to count. Now time called at the plate as he'll step out and try and start it again. Here's the 1-1 delivery.
Yep, that ball went out.
Fouled away. The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout, and the play at first goes 2-3 for good measure as the inning is over. At the plate now is Kike Hernandez. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. The 0-1 on its way. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game. From the stretch, Hunter Renfroe is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
Even 2-2 count to Hunter Renfroe. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Another full count pitch home. Freezes him. A strikeout looking. That'll bring up Bobby Dahlbeck. Struck out in his first at bat.
Bobby Dahlbeck.
Here it comes. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
All bets are off for the offense right now. This guy's got a low pitch count. He's attacking his zone. They have to get more aggressive. This guy's not going anywhere.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Not too many guys taking the mound today with this good.
But we'll have to press pause as that's strike 3 to retire the side. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And next will be the speedy catcher, Crash Davis.
The catcher, Crash Davis.
First pitch of the AB now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
I can't imagine in a hitters meeting today that's the pitch they want to attack. Plus velocity up and in. It's going to be too tough to get the barrel to that pitch today.
Now that the first baseman, Buster.
And that'll bring up Buster Posey. Hey now, little slide step action there, Dan.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
1-1.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all four corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
Pitch outside. The throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Hard on the ground towards short. Bogart's on the slide. It's there, and he's out. So stepping in is Kevin Gossman. And with a runner already in scoring position and one away, he is likely not to be bunting here. First pitch of the AB on its way. Davis leads off second with one gone in the inning. This is flared out towards second. That's in there. Base hit. Davis rounds the corner and is headed home. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Now batting, right fielder, Steve Finley.
Stepping in now, Steve Finley ripped down the line to second for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Into the box, Christian Vasquez. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Christian Vasquez.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. He's around second now as they're still searching for it out there. And he is into third with a leadoff triple.
The pitcher, number 21, Chris Sale.
To the plate now, Chris Sale. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Fouled off. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. But sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. The potential tying run for him at third base. He's set. Here it comes. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike one.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
1-1 the count. And it's fouled away. A man at third with one away. Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Alex Verdugo digging in now, trying to bring in the tying run from third here. Well, now the skipper decides to bring the corners in here. Let's see if it pays off. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Splitter here, and it's taken for strike one.
Hey, the guy on the mound is absolutely pounding the zone, and that's why he's been able to stay and pitch deep into this game.
Behind 0-2 now. A man on third with 2 down. And this will be fouled away.
Wow, this guy's been on top of it today, pushing the throttle and pulling it when he needs to.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Right fielder is on the run. He's got it as the tying run is left on base. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Chris Bryant.
The third baseman,
Here's the first pitch.
Bryant.
Oh, he couldn't catch up with the gas that time. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Up next, Willie McCovey. He flew out his first time around and then was a strikeout victim most recently. And that's waved at and missed for strike 1.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. Ton of rotation on that ball. You could almost see the red dot from up here. Nasty depth.
A ball and a strike now. Lifted down the line in left. In there, a base hit.
Now batting, number 24.
Maybe getting a little jumpy in the box, so he steps out and asks for time. In now, Willie Mays, as he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1. No hits to this point. Here's a fastball low, and he's behind 2-0.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Has a look, now the pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Bogarts to his left. He's there. Back to first, and he throws it away. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word. Next here is Brandon Crawford. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball one. Pickoff move to second, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Now a spin and another throw back to second, and he'll dive back in safely. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch misses low. The throw down, and he's safe. The 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
Too high, ball four, and they're at the corners now with two away.
Marco Luciano.
He's set, and the pitch. On the ground for the shortstop, Bogarts. And the two-out threat won't pay off. The inning is over. Jose Alvarez is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Alvarez.
Now to the plate, Rafael Devers. He went down on strikes last time up. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
You know, because this is just a one-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
1-1 pitch and a nice call for the change. It's 1-2. Fouled away.
Oh, the old classic two-strike. Let's throw the fastball right down the middle. Not in this game. Gotta believe you gotta work the corners a little bit more. Fastball command is paramount at this level.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one. Next up for the Red Sox, Kyle Schwarber. He tripled earlier, making him 1 for 2 in the ball game. Cold strike as the slider gets the outside corner.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Low and away with that one. It's 1-2. Hit hard on the ground to second. There is Crawford. And there's out number 2. Striding in for Boston, Kike Hernandez. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Now here it comes.
Yeah, that looked like an auto take right there, just trying to measure up this pitcher's stuff.
Fouled off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right, and that'll get down for a base hit.
The right fielder,
and now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. At the plate now, Hunter Renfroe. On a line, that's a base hit.
Now batting, the first baseman, Bobby Dalbec.
At the plate, Bobby Dalbec. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Comes set, the 0-1. He comes up empty that time as he's underneath it, 0-2.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
To first. And the throw to first will be in time, so the Red Sox come up empty, and the inning is over. Last half of the 7th here, and next will be the power hitting catcher, Crash Davis.
Crash Davis.
First pitch on the way, as he'll take a look at ball 1.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
I mean, he had to. I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt and say he was sitting something off speed. Because to be late on a fastball in a count like that is just unforgivable.
Line to the right side. And there's a base hit, so a chance for some insurance here to start out the home half of the 7th. Josh Taylor will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7th spot in the lineup following the double switch. Travis Shaw is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch. Into the box now, Buster Posey, as he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And this one's in the dirt. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. A bouncer up the middle. And that's through for a hit. Austin Slater will get a chance to swing the bat here, and he'll do it in a good spot as he has runners at first and second and nobody out in the inning. And it's fouled away. Comes set and the 0-1. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. A little indecisive with that swing as he waves through it. Line hard to center field. Playable for Verdugo, and there's one gone. And he'll indeed move up 90 feet, putting runners at the corners now with one away. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Steve Finley. And their runners at the corners now. Sent on the ground out to second. There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Hunter Strickland has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. New inning set to get underway, and from the on-deck circle into the batter's box comes Christian Vasquez. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. So digging in next will be Travis Shaw, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Now the pitch.
What a well-executed fastball right there, down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
Hit out towards second, and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Xander Bogaerts.
Stepping in now, Xander Bogaerts down the left field line and deep. And foul. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Right side, hit hard. One there. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. Adam Ottavino is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 0, Adam.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and that'll bring up Chris Bryant.
Leading off for New York, the third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Now he'll step out at the plate and reassess things here. First delivery to him.
That's the heavy sinker right there. He has the ability to get ground balls when he needs them, potential double play situations, or to get that jam job with no one on base, that tapper right back to the pitcher. One of the toughest pitches to hit in the game.
And the throw will indeed take care of him for the first out.
No left field.
Now into the box, Willie McCovey. Last time through was a base hit. First pitch of the AB now. Here it comes, 1-0. A ball and a strike. Boy, and that's about as bad as you can fool a guy. It's 1-2. Now the pitch. And he fouls this one off. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The 2-2 one more time. Going. It's gone.
And everyone in the home dugout just seemed to breathe a little easier. They're up 2 and only need 3 outs in their bullpen to wrap up the W. It's always nice to work with a little extra wiggle room.
To the plate now, Willie Mays. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And I'm not sure, but it looks like he may have been blindfolded for that swing. It's 0-2 now.
Woo, that was an ugly swing. If I'm pitching right now, I'm throwing that same pitch again. That was ugly.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Now batting,
Next
The
to
second
stand
baseman,
in is Brandon
Brandon
Crawford. It was a walk
Crawford.
in his last trip, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. That evens it up, 1-1. Now the pitch. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Here comes the 1-2. He is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Camilo Doval comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. So now into the box is Alex Verdugo. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Rafael Devers comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
Kyle Schwarber.
First pitch on its way. Kyle Schwarber is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
Man, that's 7 straight strikes to start this inning. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. Last strike now for the Red Sox. And look out as that one ran in and got him. So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and that means the plug-and-play utility man Kike Hernandez will bat next. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Hey, this offense has this closer in trouble right here. They have to find a way to keep applying pressure. I don't know, everybody top step.
Throw on to first, and the ball game is over.
So no big surprise in this one. The higher division team comes in here and takes care of business. Nice job by them.
A 2-0 finish today. New York used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Kevin Gausman takes home the win. Chris Sale is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of the crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshow.com.